the last thing I want to show you is something that requires a little bit of practice. My friend Camille is really good at this. Hi Camille. Okay, so this is something easier to do if you have maybe slightly less hair, or if it's a little shorter, if sticking it in a bun or a ponytail doesn't work for your hair. Oh, there's soap in back there. And with this method, you're just going to start grabbing pieces and pinning them. This takes a little bit of time. With this, I would start probably in the front and get the kind of shape you want. I'm going to go with my standard go-to style with my piece in the front. But for something a little different, I'm going to pin it a little off-center. Make sure it still looks cool. You don't want to look like Mrs. Garrett from The Facts of Life with the big roll. I'm just going to use my comb and smooth that out a little bit. Also, if you need hairspray, by all means, apply hairspray at any of these points. If your hair is fine or slippery, you're going to need more products. You're going to want to start out with some gel or some mousse in your hair before you dry it. This is what I like to do this with hair that's maybe the next day or the next second or third day, because it has some texture. It's a little bit dirty. If your hair's straight, you might want to curl it before you do this, just really quickly. It doesn't need to look perfect. Just get some curl in there so that it looks a little more finished once you get it pulled back up. Okay, so anyway, with this kind of method, you're just going to grab pieces, maybe twist them a little, and stick some bobby pins in until all of your hair is up in some fashion. And I would start mostly at the top with this so that you kind of know where you're headed. And again, I'm just trying to create kind of that fuller crown kind of a shape that's more flattering. Also play around with kind of looping your hair. Not there though. I'm just gonna kind of make a bump there and stick my bobby pin in. If your bobby pin, you stick it in and it feels like it's not gonna hold, take another one and cross them over each other in your hair. So, again, why don't I have a funny story to tell you? I could tell you about some of my clients, but that would not be ethical. I could tell you about the client that came in one time and first time I ever saw her, started telling me about the affair she was having. That was fun. That's a pretty awkward conversation to be having. So just keep taking pieces, twist them, pin them. You're going to have a lot of crazy ends hanging out like this, but you're going to deal with those later. First, I just want you to get all your hair up, out of the way. Let me turn so you can see what I'm doing. I have no idea what that looks like back there. It's part of the fun. Okay, I'm going to twist and pin. I'm not holding that really tight to my head. I'm letting it have some bump in it, some body, some volume, whatever you want to call it. You don't want your hair all slick to your head and then sprouting out. That looks weird. Okay, so all my hair is up. I actually think this kind of thing looks really cute with straight hair if you leave some pieces out and take your flat iron and just kind of smooth them. But here, I'm going to take all these ends and kind of fold them back into the base of my updo to get rid of them, because I don't want to look like I just got electrocuted. That one looks a little crazy. And I'll admit, this kind of thing takes practice. I didn't come out of the womb doing this kind of thing. Oh, got one falling out. Look, I failed. Not really, just stick it back in. That might be one of those ones where I need 2 bobby pins crossing over each other. Anyway, put your kids to bed. If you don't have kids, you're lucky because they're hard to put to bed. Sit in front of your mirror and play with your hair for a while and just try it. Don't try it when you have anywhere important to go. Do it when you have some time. You can figure it out. Get your little hand mirror out and examine it from all angles. And this is why you want bobby pins that match your hair, because you don't want to see them. I don't know what that looks like, but I can tell that it's all up. I can feel kind of the general shape of it, which is up off the neck and more volume in the crown, which is a flattering shape, what you want to go for. And it feels pretty sturdy. I don't know if I could jog in it, but you know, I think it would last a whole day. So you can pull some pieces out again in the front if that's what you like. You don't have to do this straight back thing. That's just kind of what I always gravitate toward. You could always do more of a part. You could even leave some stuff out down here. If you had cute shorter layers, they would look cute flat ironed or curled a little bit. You could do a different shape where you have more of a swoop to the side. Just play with it. The thing about messy is that it looks messy, so you kind of can do what you want. I kind of had a hollow spot right there. I don't know if you can see that, where I want a little more volume. So I'm just gonna bump it forward a little bit and put a bobby pin in it, except I ran out. Alright, that's the messy updo of pinning, twisting, and just tucking until all your hair is up and out of the way. Takes a little practice, but I think it's worth learning how to do because this can definitely look dressier. If you're going somewhere dressy, curl all your hair first, start pinning it, and you can look like you went to the salon and had someone else do it. You maybe even can do it better because I've seen some pretty scary updos come out of the salon. Not mine. Well, maybe a few years ago. Also, I spent some time on YouTube just searching messy updo, fast updo, and there are 17 million 14-year-old girls doing the same thing in their bathroom, showing you how to do your hair, and a lot of them are really good, so I was kind of surprised by that. Also a lot of makeup tips on YouTube, so if you don't know how to apply your makeup, there is a 14-year-old girl in Australia that can probably show you how. So play around with your hair, have a cute messy updo, try it out at the gym if you're nervous about going out with something new done to your hair. Do it on a day that's not super important in your life, and practice. Thanks!